Hi everyone, in this video we are going to code the team section of our website. So before jumping into the HTML, first let's go ahead and dissect the different parts that we're going to have in this section. So this section is going to start by our mini title, which is going to be our team. Now the styling for this mini title is going to be the same one that we had for Contact Us, as well as the one that we had for Why Choose Us. And then we are going to have our H2 with the paragraph. Now these three, they're simple enough. They're quite ordinary. They're quite basic. Now after that, we are going to have our cards. So each of these cards is going to be one container because it's going to have an image, the name, the role, the paragraph, as well as the social icons. So with that in mind, let's jump into code. So this is the team section. First, let's create the mini title that we have here, and I'm going to say this is an h6 that is going to have a class of title mini team mini title. Let me just copy this part because we're going to need it. Now the mini title is going to say our team. There we go. Now the section title is going to be just title, and it is going to be an h2, and we're going to say team __ title. Now we are going to have a span element in here, and that's because we want to style that word awesome. So we are going to say meet our span awesome, and then after the span we are going to provide a space team, meet our awesome team. So next up, everything is simple up until now. We have our paragraph, so P with the class of team __ para. Let's just say we want to have 10 words here. Okay, that is done. Now the entire cards, all of the 4 cards, they're going to be within a gigantic container. So let's just go ahead and create that. So it's going to be cards. It's going to be team __ cards. Now within this div, we are going to have 4 cards, and we know that each of the cards, it must be contained within one container because there is more than one element. So usually for the most part, you're going to contain, if there are more than one element, you're going to contain them within a specific container. Because when there are 2 elements or more, you would want to, for the most part, you would want to style that, layout it, and then putting it inside a container is going to be easier to lay out those items. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can basically position these items without the need of any container as well, but that is going to be extremely difficult. So why go through that trouble? That's how you know, okay, which parts they're actually containers. Just take a look at the website that you're trying to replicate and see which elements, it doesn't matter how many, what are the types of those elements, where they are located. So if there are a bunch of elements on, let's say right here, you know you need to provide a container. And you can see a bunch of them are right here. So this is going to be another container. The same goes for these. And the same goes even for the footer. So there is this office, these 2 addresses. So all these 3 elements, they are located in almost the same proximity. So you know that all of these elements are near to each other, so they could be provided within one container. And that could be is usually, or 99% of the time, that is correct. So that guess that you need to make, that is going to be correct for the most part. Keep that in mind. That is very important that you need to keep in mind. So enough with the theory. Let's go ahead and let's create our first card. So within the card, we have an image, we have a name, role, description, and then we have these social links. So this is going to be card 1. So this is going to be a div. Okay, the div is going to have a class of cards -- card. Now this is going to be shared, and it is going to have a unique class as well, which is team __ card -1. Now let's provide a dot, and this is going to be our first card. Let's grab the image for the card. It is going to be img. Let's go to images folder. From there, we're going to go to team, and then we are going to say woman1. This is the image. So I'm just going to write woman. So this is the image. Let's go with the card name. So card name, or I'm just going to say name. This is an H4. The image, it has a class, so let me provide it there. So the class for the image is going to be the class that we have provided here. So let me just provide that there. And I'm going to say underscore img. This is the class for the image. We are going to have a class for the H4 as well, which is going to be name. So the name is going to be Lucy Pine. Next up, we have the role. Role is going to be an H5 with the class of underscore role. It's going to be CEO. After that, we are going to have a description, and it's going to be a paragraph. It's going to be a paragraph, and let's provide it with the class underscore description. And it's going to be lorem, I don't know, like 20. Yeah, I think that is enough. And finally, we have our social links. So social links, these are going to be, so I'm just going to create the div because there are like 5 of them, and I'm going to just copy paste the font awesome icons. So I'm going to say this is going to be social links, social. And within here, we're going to have Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Let's save that. Let's take a look at them here. So here is our, now, because the height of this element is fixed, you can see this is what it actually created. We are going to fix this, so don't worry about it. So we have created the first card, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this, paste it down below, save it. This is going to be card number 2. So where else is it repeated? Nowhere. So I'm just going to set it to 2. And this image is going to be man-1. There we go. So it is team cards and then team card 2. The image is going to be man1, and let's convert this to man. This is going to be the name. Now the name for the second card is Michael Morales. I'm just going to copy paste it and not waste your time. The role is going to be head of development. Let's copy that, put it right here. The rest of the stuff, they're actually the way they are. So here is our next one. We have all the names, everything is messed up. We are going to fix that, don't worry. So what do we have next up? Let's collapse this card, and I'm going to copy this, put it down below, save it. This is going to be card okay, this is going to be card number 3. So just card number 3. And this is going to be woman 2. Woman 2. The name is going to be Amberly. Let's copy that. Let's put it right here. And finally, the role is going to be head of operations. Let's save this. We are done. This is really simple process, and we have already done a lot like this in our previous project. It's very simple. And this is basically going to be man 2. I forgot to actually change the alt. I'm going to go back and I'm going to change those as well. But just let's complete this card first. So the final team member is going to be Levi Lee. And he is going to be head of finance. Let's paste that. Let's save it. So this card is okay. For this one, it is woman. So woman. And that card is okay. This card is man. Everything is cool. Let's jump into our content. Everything is messed up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video right here. I'm going to wrap it up for this video. And in our next lecture, we're going to jump into styling all of these cards. So see you then.